Welcome to the Australian Celtic Festival 2024. We've been asked to do some official video and capture all the amazing moments. So this episode is a special edition covering the highlights of the Saturday events, starting with the popular street parade.
That's followed by the official party with Councillor Rob Bennett, Mayor of Glen Innes, 17 Council. He's a very dapper press gentleman. I thought you are to get a bit more excited. That's it, come on, let's put the hands together, please. Amongst the official party is, I've already mentioned, Rob Bennett, Mayor of Glen Innes, Civilian Council, very well dressed dapper gentlemen. The honoured guest is Roger Bean, Council General of Highland. Please make a welcome. Of the County Council of Australia, Dr. Pamela O'Neill, President of the Celtic Council of Australia. Looking good, Rob. Steve and Judy Collins, dancers. Please put your hands together. Just to know too that the gunners, Glen Innes are wearing the new Glen Innes party kilt, and this is thanks to support of the Outlaw Farm and the community who made the new kilt for the area. I think Nick Clean Ryan from and looks like we've got a Celtic dog of some description in the parade.
Settle down.
Now check out the dress on some of these little packers. There's some fierce warriors here today. And young ladies, by the look of it. There you go. It's the 20th year of the festival. Thanks for everything. And really, one more looking set up there. That's pretty well local based. We got some pretty wild women around here, Glen Innes, just to look, take a look at this. See this young lady here? She's related to Zena the Warrior. Okay, Queensland Mac Society, next coming into view. And the main dancers of Brisbane, followed by the Armadale Pipe Band. The band proudly wearing the Seaport and the Tennessee Park section in 1901. Welcome to the Armadale Pipe Band, followed by the Cornish, New South Wales, Victoria, South Australia and Queensland Society. Just got the Cornish Association coming past now. It's a very distinctive party. Playing Buckingham next. And we've got the Welsh meeting in there too.
Come in!
Welcome to Glen Innes.
Yeah, come out!
Playing Buckingham, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I think I mixed it up a bit. No? How do we say it? Right, I did that last year too, didn't I? Right, cricket pipe band, 1923 to 2023. Please note, then welcome to Glen Innes. Glen Penguin. I'm not sure I'm going to say. Stop here, playing levels, young stone. Right. Okay. Certainly one of the biggest players we've had in the Australian. Well dressed, everyone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here we got the champion and the Highland dancers. And look at this, we've got quite a large age group. Congratulations, boys. Playing the fun. Followed by Glen Lamont, Glen Bourne. Followed by Glen Campbell, Glen Innes. I hope I'm getting that right. Looks like Mum's got the right idea here. That's a good way to get the kids around. So coming up next we have the ACF performers. It's the reenactment group that are regulars at our festival every year, and certainly a must-see attraction when you get up on the hill. And some really well-dressed period costumes there. Congratulations and welcome to Glen Innes. Just like the guy with the red hat on. What sort of hat's that? A Tonti, there you go. Scandinavian fairies, right, Celtic Circle Dance Company, welcome to Glen Innes. I always have trouble pronouncing this particular pipe band, but please give them a big round head again. I probably mispronounced it again. Elstria. Brown McFarlane, next following them. Best supported by the Urella itself. Clan Munro Association, Clan Sutherland, and there we have a couple of ladies from our Welcome to Track Connect and Stay. Well done, ladies. Remember pipes and drums for
After the parade, the air is filled with the sounds of bagpipes as the mass pipe bands march into the town square. It was a magnificent sight to see and very loud, and it was great to see so many talented musicians coming together.
Ready, zero, 1, 2. Thank you, my friends. Here you right. 3, up. Up, 2, 3, thank you.
After the lively street parade and pipe band performances, the festival takes on a whole new level as it shifts its focus to the standing stones up the hill. Here you can immerse yourself in the lively and diverse world of Celtic music.
So for lunch, we went to the grilled bratwurst. I got a spicy one, Heather got a smoky one, and they're really, really nice. They're really long, come with sauerkraut and onions in whatever sauce you want. All right, so been watching a lot of the different activities this morning, Adam. Fantastic activities, the mock fighting and everything. So tell us about the group, how it works, what you do.
Well, we're the New England Medieval Art Society. We're known as NEMIS. A lot of people in the reenactment movement, as we call it, call us NEMAS. But we pronounce it NEMIS because when we originally started, we came from a group called AMIS, which is the Ancient Medieval Martial Arts Society.
Wow.
And our founder came up from Sydney to go to university at Armidale.
Yep.
And after we've been going for about a year, we decided to drop the martial from it and just call ourselves the New England Medieval Art Society. Because it's a bit more inclusive with the craft and art and history and music and...
All right.
Yeah, so we could include music and, lifestyles a lot more as well. It wasn't just boys running around with tin hats hitting each other.
Yeah.
Which we've always done, and it's a really enjoyable part of it. But, as you get older or you have kids or whatever, you start to have other focuses. And so nearly everything we've got here we've made.
Wow.
Most of it's based on sources. So there's a few things like this firebox is a transportable firebox.
Right.
Based on what you'd have as a permanent one. So it'd be full of earth and shored up with wood, much like you do in landscaping in your garden sort of thing.
Yep.
And the idea of having it raised is so that you don't have to bend over to cook. Mm-hmm. It also radiates the heat out better.
Right.
And it also lifts the smoke up higher so that it doesn't come up into your face so much.
Yep.
And of course, if you're living in a house, you've got one inside, you don't want to be crawling around on your knees to cook, right?
No.
So it's a civilised type of fire pit.
Yep.
But this is the sort of thing we're looking at furniture. So this is actually based on a bed.
Right.
Very unusual to have. Most of the chairs were more like this height, and they were boxes or benches or stools. So this is a really fancy chair and is actually based on a bed. It's what we call a reenactment.
Okay.
This is highly based on a find, but we've turned it into a chair instead of making it what it originally was. So it's like playing with the idea of what they might have had rather than what we can actually find.
And this lamb skin here, would that be pretty standard?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially to put on, seats and even to sleep on.
Yep. It's nice and soft. Love it.
Lots of skins, all sorts of skins, but wool, particularly desirable.
Yep.
As you know today, it's one of the best, warmest materials you can get.
Absolutely.
And when it's like that long on the skin, it's just fantastic.
It is wonderful.
So look, as I say, we're the New England Medieval Art Society, known as NEMIS, and we've come up to this festival since the 90s. We've been coming here shortly after it started. I don't know, I was trying to work out whether it was the first one, but it was the second or third one maybe.
Yep.
And we've been coming to almost every event since, in one form or another. Here we have two groups. You also have the Lith. So the Lith are from Lismore.
Yep. Okay.
And as we say, we actually call Lismore Lithmore. So that's where they come from. And they come we have a big event.
Yep.
And they come and their campsite is called Lithmore Heights.
Right. Okay. So how often would you get together with Lith? Just at this event? Twice a year?
No. So we get, the Lith have been coming up to this event since the 2000s. Sometime during the 2000s we sort of, because it's halfway, it's sort of close for them.
Yeah.
And they come up the hill. But they have a Viking Village Day, which we go down to in Lismore.
Yep.
And we also meet up at the Abbey Medieval Fair in Brisbane.
Wow.
Where we both go there and do similar stuff to what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But it's a multi-period event.
Yep.
And that's a fundraising for the museum up there.
Right.
Look, and over the years, back in 2000, many years ago, when I was a lot younger, we did a lot of these kind of shows. Mm-hmm. But this is really our favourite one. We love coming here. It's just up the road for us.
Yeah.
It's an hour away. The organisers like us. We've got a pretty good relationship going with them, and we love coming up. In the past, we have tailored some of our shows specifically for the year. Yep. Because each time they have a different year. So this year is the year of the Irish.
Ah, right. Yes.
So Dublin is a Viking. We do Anglo-Saxon and Viking reenactment. but Dublin is a Viking city, a trade city that was established by the Vikings. So we're sort of representing that at this event.
Yep.
The Isle of Man, once again, that's a Viking incursions there.
Right.
And one year we came up and did Cuchulainn, which is Celtic, ancient Celtic stuff.
Right.
But, it's very difficult because, you have to come up with a specific show and the gear is so different as well.
So you're reenacting history, keeping history alive.
Yep.
Teaching other people about history.
Yep.
And the setup is just like stepping back in time. It's fantastic. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, well, that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. No, I'm watching the dinner table or the lunch table.
We haven't got any stew on now, but usually we do. We probably will cook one after lunch.
Yeah.
For dinner tonight.
Yeah. So
Which
it is all
fun.
real, legitimate. It's stepping back in time.
Yeah, we cook everything. We use all the stuff, and this is our hobby.
Yeah.
And when we get to play with all the toys that we've made or bought, and there's lots of people. So all of this stuff was made by somebody in our club or another club.
Right.
Except
all
for some.
hand done.
Yeah, some of the mail is bought from India,
Right. Yep.
but nearly everything else is made by some Australian reenactor. All these boxes and.
So it's keeping those skills alive as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Especially the metalwork, because you
Smithing.
Smithing.
Yeah. Blacksmithing is a big one. People do casting and jewellery.
Yeah.
Leatherwork, shoemaking. All the shoes have been made by somebody
Wow.
in a movement. Some people have made their own.
Yeah.
I'm wearing some shoes that a friend of mine made. I've made half a dozen pairs of shoes. It's a big job.
Yeah.
And, if you don't keep on top of it, your shoes don't necessarily get better. So you've got to, it's a lot of work making shoes.
Getting them better each time.
And actually, for reenactors, it's the hardest one, is having proper shoes that are period shoes.
Yeah, true.
Very hard. 'Cause
Well, you can't buy them.
down the
No,
shop.
you can't buy them.
Like you can buy a little bag like this and convert it into a bag.
Yep.
Things like this scabbard and little bone toggles.
Yeah.
That's all made. You can't go and buy something like that or a knife like this. Which I made this and I used to throw it, but I stopped throwing it after I broke it.
Oh, yeah.
But I've never repaired it. So.
No, that's bone.
And that's bone. Yeah, that's a sheep shank.
Yeah, right.
And that's spring steel. It's been made on a forge.
Yeah.
And then the period knives, often a bit smaller, but had these enclosed scabbards, so you could close it off, so it can't be
It can't come out.
pulled out or fall out.
Excellent.
You wouldn't want your friend, who's not your friend, to come up and how you do and pull your own knife out and kill you with it. So.
No. Okay, wonderful, mate. Well, thanks for your time, Adam. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we've just had a quick look at the Highland Games, and I'm meeting now with Red. Red, tell us what part of the sport or games you play and what you enjoy about it.
So for the next 2 days, I'm competing here in the Highland Games events. So there's 8 events over the 2 days. We've just done the stone put, light and heavy. We've done lightweight for distance, and we've just finished off doing the caber toss event. And there'll be another 4 new events tomorrow. So I've come down from Queensland from Brisbane.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Enjoying the cool weather?
I quite like the cold weather, yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's not raining, that's fine with me.
Okay. So your sports, do you feel sore tomorrow? It's heavy looking sport.
Yeah, I might feel a little bit sore tomorrow. This is actually like my secondary sport. I compete in Olympic weightlifting, so that's my primary sport.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so in about another 7 weeks or so, I'm competing at the Masters National Championships at the end of June on the Gold Coast. This was just a for fun competition.
So this sport that you do now is just for fun.
Yeah, I do love it. There's a great community of people.
Yep.
Everyone's really welcoming. We cheer each other on, even our competitors. We're, hoping that they do really well, hoping no one gets injured.
Yep.
It's a really great time, and you get to throw heavy stuff, so can't go wrong.
Throwing heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Love it. Thanks,
and
Red.
it's also good to get the crowd involved, and we're going to get some kids up here to have a go at some of the events, and people will see it is actually quite challenging. We might make it look easy sometimes, but when they actually feel the weight of the implements, they'll go, oh, okay, they can really appreciate the strength of the athletes that are here today.
Yep. Awesome. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Catholic favourite and audience favourite event is our hammer throw. Let's give a cheer for Brock as he opens the accounts. Oh, propelled sails. So swiftly getting in amongst the action. And all eyes on that. And now. Like a heat-seeking missile for Hackers there.
Effective. The whole tactic of using these not so accurate pieces was generally to line up in a column or a big file rank, and everybody points at once and everybody shoots at once. So you're basically making yourself into a rather large multiple gun shotgun. You aim in that direction, you're going to hit something in that direction. Unfortunately, because of that, you're all lined up in a nice wide line abreast, and you might be marching forward. Somebody drops beside you and you just have to carry on. You might take a shot to the leg. You might still be able to walk, probably not with the size of the rounds that we're using. You might drop down, someone steps up ahead of you, or steps up to fill your place, and you continue on that way. Incredibly brave and stupid way of fighting. So, our British soldier has his bayonet on. This is generally what the Scottish soldier is hoping to have happen when he comes charging in. Quick demonstration. When you're ready, off you go. He comes in, a bit faster than that, and uses his Taj. He uses his Taj to deflect the bayonet, which is a spear, which is only really good in one direction, that's forwards, pointy, and then attacks the soldier. Now the thing is, the British aren't stupid. Nobody's stupid when it comes to fighting for your life. They very quickly developed a tactic to overcome the Taj, which would basically be, you've got a line of Scottish soldiers with their Tajes coming in, they come in, I'm going for this guy, he instead goes, oh, wait, and now the guy beside him has stabbed me as well. Instead of going for the guy in front of you, you just go for the guy beside you in the open where you can't really... If you're not expecting it, you can't protect yourself. Very, very careful not to make sure his hand is not over the muzzle when he does that, because again, who's heard the phrase going off half-cocked? Flintlocks have a step where you pull the hammer back once, it goes click, that's when you can use the frizzen, and then for a full cock you pull it back. It can go off at the half cock and still cause a kaboom. A finger blowing off kaboom if you're not ready for it. So, are you ready? Yep. You got all you youngins, get ready. Maybe put your fingers in your ears. Present. Give fire. Kaboom.
Is Darryl still awake? Now, after all this, there's been a bad man out in the field. There's been talking all the time how he should be treated.
Do they want me to run down the tilt already?
Oh, at least he got killed. He's got the Messiah. He's just a very naughty boy. Go get Oh, there he goes, he's broken it. Give it up. Give it up. He's not the same. He's just here. All right, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the joust. Give it up for everybody. All right. That is the end of our joust. I'm a little bit out of breath.
The entertainment was a lot of fun. And to top it off, there was plenty of food and gift stores throughout the grounds. So the afternoon program got a bit interrupted by some rain, but honestly, we're not too upset about that. Rain is always great for the land. And we'd already had such a great time at the festival and we can't really complain. The festival is on May each year in Glen Innes. See if you can make it in 2025. Next episode, we will show you another scenic back road. Until then, stay safe and look after your mates.